So let's start with the friction. We will take a very basic example. First, we will try to understand what is friction, how we can feel this kind of force. Like suppose I have a block here placed on a rough surface. A block here is placed on a rough surface. This is a rough surface. If you remember, earlier we have taken all the surfaces as smooth. When I was discussing the Newton's laws of motion only, then we have considered most of the surfaces as smooth surface. In this case, I am taking the surface as a rough surface. Okay, so which kind of forces right now existing on this block? And mg, its weight, and a normal because of what? The surfaces being in contact, because of this surface of the block being in contact with this rough surface. And now I am doing the thing like I will apply a force F, which varies with time. F equals to kt. So for this force, this is an applied force here, the force which is applied on the block. Try to understand very basic concepts initially I will be dealing with. The applied force here F is equals to kt. I have considered it varying with time. Here the t is time and k is a constant which is greater than 0. Any constant you can take 2, 3, 4, whatever. The rate you want the forces to be increased. Okay. Now what happens when you apply the force? You have tried these things many times in your even classroom. When you play with your benches with your classmates, you pushes the benches, and what you feel, it takes some effort, or the surface opposes the motion. You feel what? The surface is opposing the relative motion. Okay, so when you apply a force externally to this block, and this block is placed on a rough surface, then suddenly the block will not start moving. It will take some time. Means this force, applied force, must be sufficient enough. This force F equals to kt must be sufficient enough to move this block on this rough surface. It means when you apply a force and this block resists to move, it means you can say the surface is applying a force, the surface in contact is applying a force which actually opposes the relative motion between the block and this contact surface. What is happening here? A friction force, the force which tries to oppose the relative motion between the surfaces in contact, is called friction force. If I write the definition of friction force here, friction force, then how will you write this? A force which a force which tries to or which opposes the relative opposes the relative motion opposes the relative motion between the surfaces between the surfaces in contact. Okay, hope you are getting this. So it is a kind of force which is actually the property of surfaces being in contact. The surface which are in contact will always try to oppose the relative motion between the surfaces in contact. Surfaces in contact means what? The surface of block and the surface of this ground. Okay, a friction force will exist. Now what happens? This friction force also called the resistance force. It resists the relative motion. Always remember this word, relative motion I am writing. Not motion, but relative motion between the surfaces. Also called what? The resistance force. Friction force is also called the resistance force. Okay. Now we will plot the. We will discuss it more. What happens if we try to analyze the things in step? In first step, suppose the applied force F equals to kT. As the time increases, this force will keep on increasing. Okay, because it varies with time, directly proportional with time I have taken. So as the time elapses, this force keeps on increasing. And as the force is increasing, what happens? Suppose right now the force is 2 Newton. Then, and the block is not moving. It means the force applied by the surfaces in contact is greater than or equal to that applied force. Okay. So what happens? You are increasing the applied force. The applied force you are increasing. Okay. Applied force you are increasing, and the result of it, let's suppose there is no motion. अभी तक कोई भी मोशन स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है ब्लॉक का. देयर इज नो मोशन started yet. There is no motion started yet. Then what happens? This friction force, I will write this with small f. Okay, the friction force F is seen. Okay, is seen increasing. The friction force is seen increasing. Practically what happened when the applied force was increased, then it is seen that if the block is not moving, then the friction force is also increasing with the increased value of applied force. Then they have come to a conclusion if we increase the applied force increases. If we increase the applied force, then what will happen? Initially the resistance force or the friction force will increase. It is practically seen. The ability to oppose the relative motion increases. And one thing happens that when the block will start moving, it is seen that the finally friction force becomes constant. I'm right now writing what? Practical observations, okay? Becomes constant. We will see these things mathematically also. First I will write the practical observations. Becomes constant. Initially it is seen that for increased value of applied force, the friction force was increasing, and after some time, finally means what? When the block starts moving, when there is relative motion, when there is relative motion between the blocks, when there is relative motion between the blocks, then it is found that the opposing force becomes constant. So this is actually the practical observation. Okay. Theoretically, what happens when we apply a force? Block tries to move, but because of surfaces being rough, the block's relative motion is being opposed by the surfaces in contact. Then as the forces increased, there is motion, forces increasing, there is no relative motion started yet. It means what? The friction force is seen increasing practically. And finally, I have written the conclusion here. As you will increase the applied force, initially the friction will increase. This frictional force in opposite direction will increase up to what? Increase. We will see this point one more time in the next slide. Okay. And finally, what happens once the block starts moving, or once the relative motion is started between the blocks? What happens? The friction force becomes constant. Okay. So next, I will finally draw a practical graph. Whatever I have discussed in last two slides is completely the practical observation. Okay. Practically, it was seen. Mathematically, we will see. Okay. Come to a very famous graph between applied force F versus frictional force, applied force F versus frictional force. Graph, very famous graph this graph is also drawn practically. Once initially it was observed, then practically some observations have been assumed, then one by one they have proved those observations whether those are correct or not. This was the process actually. So if I draw the graph of applied force and friction force here. Taking the applied force on the x-axis, this graph is very important. Applied force for NEET students, this graph is only asked 2-3 times. And on this y-axis, I am writing the frictional force, applied force and frictional or friction, we say friction force. I am taking on y-axis. Applied force I will write with capital F, and friction force most of the time it is written with small f. So initially what they have seen, as the applied force increases, on the x-axis, what is happening? The applied force increases. It is seen that the friction force increases in same proportion. Mark my word, I am speaking slowly because this is a very important concept. You should understand these things very carefully. That's why I'm not going faster. Okay. So on x-axis, we are shown with increasing value of applied force, and on y-axis, we can see the frictional force. So as the applied force increases initially, what is shown here? The friction force will increase in same proportion. Okay. Then a situation comes when the block is about to move. It means what? When the block is about to move means what? Now from, suppose at this value of applied force, I am considering, suppose any value of force is there, 10 Newton, 15 Newton. At this value of applied force, what happened? Now when I will increase this applied force slightly beyond this value, then the block will start moving. It means this is the condition, or this is the situation where the block is now about to move. Still not moved, but it is about to move. Then you will be feeling that there is a sharp increase in friction. There is a sharp increase in opposing force when the block is just about to move. This sharp increase in friction force is called kink. In any graph, if there is the sharp changes at any point, then that is called what? Kink. This is just a name, nothing else. So at this applied force, the block is just about to move. For further increased value of applied force, what happened? The friction force increases suddenly and comes to this point again, and the block starts moving. Okay, this is the situation when the block starts moving. First it was about to move, and as we have increased the applied force slightly, we have seen the sharp increase in the friction force here, and the block starts moving. Once the block starts moving, the friction force decreases. Once the block starts moving, the value of friction force becomes constant but lesser than this peak value on the king. It becomes constant. The friction force here becomes constant. Okay, this is the phenomenon. I will name some of the points on this graph. I will consider this point as O, origin, this kink as A, and then the rightward direction B. This is the graph, the variation in friction force because of variation in the applied force. Now up to O to A, okay, up to O to A, the friction is called static. The friction is called static. This is the static friction. O to A, the block was stationary, and beyond A, the block suddenly starts moving, and the friction value is lesser than this value of friction corresponding to the peak of the kink. Okay, and this value of friction is called, when the friction force saturates, is called kinetic friction. I think you guys know about the word kinetic. Whenever we use kinetic, it means something is under the motion. Kinetic friction. Okay. So what happened? I will try to explain once more using this block which we have seen on the first slide. See, they have given us a block placed on a rough surface, or we have considered a block placed on a rough surface. Okay, and applying a force which varies with time. We are asked to observe what is happening. Initially, what happens? The force of friction exists in the same proportion, and this opposes the, or this force just stops the block or resists the block from moving. Okay, initially, practically, they have seen the friction force increases in the same proportion of the applied force. Now, there comes a situation when the block is about to move, and beyond this value, when we increase this applied force, the block will start moving. Means when you increase the force, a sudden increase in the friction force exists here. This is called a kink, and suddenly the block starts moving. And practically it is seen, when the block starts moving, the friction force becomes uniform, becomes constant, and this friction force is called what? Kinetic friction force. This friction force is called kinetic friction force. So there is a situation of static friction when the block is under the static situation, and there is a condition of situation of kinetic friction. And exactly the point from which I have taken this rope, this point of friction is called what? Limiting friction. This is called what? Limiting friction. This is the limit. Limiting friction. This is the maximum limit by which the relative motion can be opposed by the surfaces in contact. This is called what? Limiting friction. Okay. Hope you guys understood with the concept. Now I will explain few theories which I will not dictate you. Okay. It is written there on my slide. I have taken a photograph of my class notes, and I will simply explain. Otherwise, if I dictate in the online lecture, then it will waste our time. It is written, I will explain. I have already explained. You just go through those points, make a sharp, good notes. Okay. We can save the time during our lecture. Now for the same graph, this graph. Okay. When I say O to A, you will understand this section of the graph O to A. When I say A to B, you will understand the kinetic friction portion of the graph. Now see, first one, few points regarding the above discussion. Okay, consider a situation in which a block is kept on a rough horizontal surface. Whatever I have explained in the previous slide is only written here. Okay, considering a situation in which a block is kept on a rough horizontal surface on which a variable force F is acting. At every value of F, a resistance force, that is friction force F, is generated. Okay, is generated between the contact surfaces, which is calculated and in graph it is plotted. Which is calculated and the graph is plotted. Okay. Now changing the paragraph. Okay, for the same point, in the part OA, you remember the part OA? I will show you. In the part OA, this part from O to A. Okay, in the part OA of the graph, block remains at rest. That is what I was explaining with respect to ground, and the value of friction force is equal to the applied force, and the value of friction force is equal to the applied force F. Okay, and is called static friction. Okay, that is what we have drawn in the graph. Now see the next point regarding the concept of this friction with the help of the graph. Beyond A, I will show you what is beyond A. This is A. Beyond this situation, okay, A onwards. So beyond A, the graph represents the situation in which block is moving. The graph represents the situation in which the block is moving with respect to ground. Okay. In this situation, it is found that the friction force acting on the block becomes constant and is called kinetic friction force. Okay, this was the theory which we have explained in our earlier slide. Now we will be moving to the few important points regarding this analysis. Important points. See, as I write it, key points. First one, the friction does not oppose the motion. Friction does not oppose the motion. Instead, it opposes the relative motion. That is what I have written in the first slide. Friction does not oppose the motion. Instead, it opposes the relative motion to the surfaces applying friction force. Very important point. You can expect this point as an objective question in your NEET examination. Now for second point, friction act along the surfaces in contact. कभी भी फ्रिक्शन का डायरेक्शन परपेंडिकुलर या किसी एंगल पे नहीं होगा. It will always act along the surfaces in contact. Okay. Now see the third point. What happens when a block is kept on a rough surface and you apply a force externally, there exists a resistance force between the surfaces in contact. The friction force for the block, it opposes the relative motion. So as the block has external force from left to right, then the friction force on this block will be along the surfaces in contact but in opposite direction. And since this is an internal forces, so it will follow the Newton's third laws of motion, which says what? Which says that the action and reaction is possible for every action there is a reaction. So if this is the action, then the reaction will be like this. Or we can simply say the block is trying to move in this direction. The block is trying to move from left to right. So a friction force will try to oppose this motion. So it will have to work into the leftward direction. Or simply you say the surface is trying to move in this direction. So the friction force, because of surfaces in contact, tries to oppose the motion in opposite direction. This is the direction of application of friction force, which is seen here also. Come to the next point. Or first, the third point only is written. Friction force on the block is in left direction and on ground it is in right direction. Come to the point number 4. The friction force is a kind of contact force. Very good. We know that. Next point, the friction force between two surfaces exists in action and reaction pairs, which is shown earlier. Here I have shown you it exists in action and reaction pair. It never comes alone. Okay. So wait